Hello Mustangs, welcome back to Mustang News. I'm Piper.
And I'm Griffin. To start episode 7, we have a baking PSA, some bloopers, and art.
After that, we'll hear about B Team Volleyball, see more space news, and finally some weather drills. Let's see what the PSA pals are cooking up this week.
It's the PSA Pals! Today we'll be making a red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting.
With an ugly twist.
While we bake, you will learn about the importance of cooking safety.
Let's start by preheating the oven to 350 Fahrenheit. Remember not to leave your oven on when you're not at home. The recipe calls for 3 eggs.
Half a cup of oil.
1 cup of water.
Now let's combine all our ingredients in with the cake mix.
Now we mix. This looks nasty.
Don't eat raw dough or batter. This can cause salmonella.
Now let's grease our pan.
A source says that large amounts of carbon monoxide can suffocate you in minutes without warning, causing you to lose consciousness and suffocate.
Remember, the kitchen is not your play area. Now the only thing left to do is to decorate and taste.
She's melting, like she's getting droopy.
Like the British.
Oh my god!
It tastes fine.
It tasted bad.
Part of me thinks it's like underbaked.
Don't burn yourself like Annika. Remember, hot pans look the same as cold pans. As it gets colder outside, baking starts to sound more appealing again.
But remember our safety tips next time you turn on your oven.
Tips to raise your grades.
Pay attention in class, turn in your work on time, go to lunch or after school tutorials.
Try your best.
What's Art up to?
Art is just starting to ramp up again.
First up, we have these. In advanced art, we made clay pumpkins.
Here are some abstract doodles.
Today we're doing a segment on Hispanic Heritage Month. Roll the clip.
Okay, I learned Spanish by my parents. Like, I grew up with it, and I was basically forced to learn it, and I speak it fluently sometimes at home.
When I was very young, because my parents taught me how to speak Spanish.
I first learned Spanish from my parents, most notably my mother.
So I'm half Mexican, half Croatian. Grew up speaking Spanish. I had wanted to take German in high school, but my mom made me take Spanish. And, studied Russian in college, and then decided I wanted to be a Spanish teacher. So I took a couple more Spanish classes. So I've actually only had 4 Spanish classes, and this is my 7th year teaching Spanish.
I started learning Spanish with being around my family. My dad's from a small town, and there they just speak Spanish. My ancestors are from Mexico, so I kind of grew up with it.
Here's some facts about Hispanic Heritage Month. Roll the clip.
2, 1, go.
National Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated from September 15th to October 15th. National Hispanic Heritage Month celebrates the histories, cultures, and contributions of American citizens whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America.
It was expanded by President Ronald Reagan in 1988 to cover a 30-day period. It was enacted into law on August 17, 1988. The day September 15th is significant because it is the anniversary of most independence for Latin American countries.
1.
Bob Mustangs.
What's happening in space?
Hi, it's Annika. And this is Space Talk. Have you ever heard the sound of a black hole? Well, today you will. In the center of the Perseus galaxy, there lives a black hole. And in May 2022, NASA scientists found that the waves that this black hole were sending were rippling off of the gas clusters of the galaxy. Eventually, scientists were able to make those waves into this noise. Scientists changed the frequency from a sound so low that humans wouldn't have even been able to hear it to that sound.
Do you believe in aliens? Let's see what O. Henry staff and students have to say.
I do not believe in aliens because I have not seen a picture of one or seen one in real life.
Yes, I believe in
aliens, meaning that there are other life forms somewhere out there in the universe. It'd be a big waste of space if there weren't anything else out there.
I think there has to be some kind of life or aliens out in space because it's so big and we haven't explored a lot of it.
They have to be, because we can't be the only living thing on a planet, because there's more planets and you never know what's out there.
I think aliens could be real, but like I'm the type of person to be like, oh, I don't believe it unless I see it. So like, show me an alien. Well, I mean, Annika looks like an alien, so that works.
I think aliens do exist. We just haven't found them yet. And even if we do find them, they're probably maybe a bit or a lot more advanced than us. But I still think it's kind of unlikely that we do find them in the next, 100 centuries or something.
I do think aliens are real. That's all right. Bye.
Now here's Emmanuel with the importance of weather drills.
In our Henry, today we're going to talk about weather drills, more specifically the tornado drill that you've probably heard of, where you squat down, put hands over your head in school. We're going to see if they actually work and whether kids think they do or do not.
I think they work and they don't. It depends on how they... I'm going to say no for now, because if it's a tornado, the windows could shatter all over us or the roof would just like get ripped off.
Depends on where you're sitting in the halls. If you're by a window, it's probably not going to work too well. But if you're like, say like in this hallway by these lockers, it might help you.
I in fact do think some of them will work, because they will protect you instead of being in an unsafe space and getting hurt or severely injured or killed.
So I think weather drills are important to do. I mean, I know not everybody takes them seriously. I do, and I think most of the students do, but I'm from California, so grew up doing earthquake drills. But I remember I was studying in Indiana one summer and had to do tornado drills. Off guard, but it was still good practice. So yeah, I think they are important for us to do. We need to do the drills so we have an idea of what to expect.
Speaking of Emmanuel, here's the weather.
Good morning, our Henry. Today we're going to see a high of 89 and a low of 68, and we are finally going to see those cooler temperatures that we are probably used to in fall. But before that, we're going to see those highs bump up to about 95 on Wednesday, but back down to those lower 90s and maybe upper 80s by the weekend. But on Sunday, we're going to see a cold front come in and push those temperatures down to the mid to lower 70s, and maybe even see our first 40-degree temperatures of the fall. And we might even see some rain on Thursday or Tuesday next week. And I like weather.
Congratulations 8th grade girls volleyball for winning first place in the district championships.
Go Henry!
Go Piper!
Make it a great day to be an O. Henry Mustang.
Mustangs, have you always wanted to be in Mustang News or have an interview? Well, now's your chance, because we've hidden a Mustang News interview and shout-out in these boxes with other mystery prizes, and we're going to put them around the school. There will be 2 of them to find, so you have to find them before your classmates.